Hello everybody, so today I will talk about calculus. The topic today is about the absolute value. So now I will show you how to answer. We need to find the location. When this absolute value, they will change the sign. So we have two locations. The first one, that's about x+2 equals to number 0, and the second one equals to number 0. So we put number 2 on the right, and you got about negative number 2. We put negative number 1 on the right, you got about positive number 1. And we know that number 1, that's about 2 to the power of 0. So that means we have the same base in here. So x+1 equals to number 0. So s equals to negative number 1. Question A. We need to find a solution when s is smaller than or equal to negative number 2. When s is smaller than or equal to negative number 2, this one and this one, they will go to negative. So we change this one into negative x+2. This one we change for negative 2 to the power of x+1 minus 1. Negative with negative, you got about positive. And now we need to open the bracket. Now we simplify this one and this one. We put negative number 1 go to the right, and you got about 1 plus 1 is about 2. 2, that means 2 to the power of number 1, and that means we got about negative x+2 equals to number 1. So we divide both sides with negative. So we put number 2 on the right, and we got about negative number 3. Negative number 3 is smaller than negative number 2, so we can accept. Next one. When s between negative number 2, that's it from here, and negative number 1, that's it in here. But when s between this one, that one is still in the negative side, but this one in the positive. So in this situation, this one we change for positive. This one still go to negative. So we open the bracket, and we have negative with negative, you got about positive. This one and this one we simplify. Negative number 1 we put on the right, and you got about 1 plus 1, and that's equals to number 2. number 2 is about 2 to the power of 1. So we go about s plus 2 equals to number 1, and s equals to 1 minus 2, and this equals to negative number 1. And we know that negative number 1 equals to negative number 1 from here. So we can accept. So we have two solutions right now. Now let's go to the last one. When s is greater than negative number 1, that means both of the absolute value they are in the positive. So we need to open the bracket. Now we simplify number 1 for the both sides. Next, 2 to the power of s plus 2 we can write into 2 multiplied with 2 to the power of s plus 1. Because number 2 in here, we can put into 1 plus 1, so that we can separate them into 2 to the power of s plus 1 and 2 to the power of number 1. That's about 2 to the power of number 1 in here. This one minus this one because we have the same this one in here. So that means we got about s plus 1 equals to s plus 1. And in this situation, you got about s equals to s. So in this situation, when s is greater than negative number 1, we accept all. So in conclusion, the solution of this one, that's a s equals to negative number 3, and s is greater than or equals to negative number 1. So this is the combination in here. That's the end. Thank you for watching.